My name is Likith. I've did my undergraduation in Dayananda Sagar College of Engineering. Basically, a degree on artificial intelligence and machine learning. It's not mostly about AI. We also learned computer basics as well. So it was a combination of everything over there. Yeah, that most of that. In terms of my company wise, I have 3 years. I mean, I have worked on three companies for now. One is in Nokia, one is in Hypeak Software. Currently, now I'm working in Zeta as a business intelligence engineer. That is all about me in short terms.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. So before we move to your corporate experience, let me just take you back about 4 5 years, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Dayanand Sagar being one of the top colleges in Bangalore, right?
Yeah.
What was your preparation strategy to get into Dayanand Sagar?
So my earlier when I was in 11th or 12th, I was primarily focused on both medical as well as engineering. So that's why I took PCMB over there. So I was a COVID batch guy. So when COVID hit us, we all came back to home. That was the main reason drawback which I was not able to get into MBBS. Most of that I had prepared for both engineering as well as for medical. In terms of what I learned, basically I used to solve mock exams. I prepared, basically take previous year papers, work on that, solve few papers, again set my time. Instead of doing at the last moment, I used to be more prepared earlier itself so that I may not get disturbed in the end and frustrated at the end. So that was all about engineering. On the thing is, I got a good ranking, anywhere around five to one to under 5,000 is the best score to get into any top five colleges. Preferably, if it is less than 5,000, it's a good opportunity. You will be having that opportunity to choose which course you want. So I had a niche about AI thing when I was doing my research on which college to pick on. So basically, everybody used to tell me to go to computer science, choose electronics. I was like, let me do something differently. Then I got to know that AI is a booming technology which is coming right now. So I looked into colleges which is offering that particular course. Dayanand Sagar was offering that particular course. Then in my first round itself, I got that college and I went there. So
Excellent.
it is all about my engineering.
So you are from a SSLC, that is the state board or ICSE board or a CBSE board.
I did my 10th, until 10th, it was CBSE. 11th and 12th is state board.
Okay, and that was a conscious decision to change to state board.
No, it was like I was looking into best colleges which offer good coaching as in terms of NEET as well as in JEE. So
Mhm.
I found one of the colleges which was offering both NEET and JEE as well. So I shifted to that, but they were giving a state offering. So never mind, it was the same as I was not hoping to go out of the state. CBSE, ICC would be better if I had to opt 11th or 12th. For I thought of staying in Karnataka itself, then I chose state itself.
Okay. So during your like your 11th and 12th, how long did you study in a day? Was it a fixed period of time that you set aside, or how was it?
I mean, when I was in a hostel, basically, we used to get up at 5:30 in the morning, 5:30 to 7:30. We used to study. Then 8:30 back to college. We would come back at 6:30. Again at 7:30 in the night, we started reading again till 11:30, 12. Then we take rest. Again, the same cycle continues. That's how the cycle period was there in that college.
So
It was
you,
basically mostly of learning stuff. That's all. Uh,
so one key thing here is that you said you've taken a lot of mock tests, right? And also you kept
yeah.
track of the time that you solve each problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't get the last part.
The last part was you kept a track of how much time you take to solve each question, each problem in the papers, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, in a mock test, it would be around 40 questions,
Mm.
40 minutes a time. I mean, I would mostly solve each question 1.5 minutes. I was struggling there, not able to solve it under a minute. So I kept focusing on working out solving both the questions. before 1 minute itself. So that's how I gained my speed. Yeah, that was the basic strategies which I learned there. I could have done it better a little more, but it is what it is. Yeah,
Yeah, so now there are a lot of students who are in the 10th, 11th, 12th, or they are on the crossroads of their academic life,
correct.
not fully knowing what they want, which career would suit them and all that stuff. So, say somebody has decided to do engineering, right? What do you think would be the best strategy, preparation strategy for, say, 11th and 12th standard student?
I mean, if they choose science, then they want to become an engineer, specifically engineer kind of thing. I mean, there are other fields also which they can do. There could be B Pharm or something like that, or a BMBA, BBA. There are so many other options. If you want to be an engineer, then you have to be make sure that which course do you like. I mean, simply randomly just getting into one course, you get some rank, you get into one college and do something doesn't work. I mean, if you want to learn something, you have to be enjoying what you do. So you have to think before doing anything. Ask your seniors or any mentors, like, what shall I do? Which course should I take? What is the scope in the future? Will I get a job if I take this course? That's all matters. So basically, whenever you do take a course, so you have to take mentorship from your friends or any relatives who has some technical background in that. So that would be helpful. That's
Yeah,
how things
definitely.
work.
I will definitely come back on this point of mentorship, right? In terms of like specifics on this preparation strategy, for instance, there could be certain books which were really helpful. Time, a lot of time in a day, like for example, 5 hours, 6 hours. Is there something like that you suggest or you advise these days?
No, it depends upon the student itself. He is very, if he is very talented. I mean, if he could grasp things a little faster than somebody else, then why not? He can study for 2 hours, then get all the things done. If he's somebody who doesn't understand things, if he has to spend a little more time on understanding that particular question, then he has to do work on that. It's upon their like skill and hard work, how much they do. Not all everybody will be with the same IQ, so doesn't matter. You only if you work hard, you can succeed. That is how
Right.
my motto is.
Definitely. Yeah, again, it has to be on a case to case basis. Not everybody is the same. Somebody might require 3 hours, somebody might require 6 hours,
Yeah,
require the same. Yeah, it
correct.
has to be. So this is where I personally feel a mentor will be a very significant factor in anybody's life and career, right? What is your view?
Correct.
You've already touched on it very briefly, but little more on that. How do you think a mentor can help students in choosing the right career?
Eh, I mean, in my case, mentor can be anybody. It can be a teacher, it can be your senior, it can be your father as well. If he has that knowledge, so that if you're stuck in the same problem for 5 to 6 minutes, instead of looking into somebody else or ask to somebody else that how to solve it, then it would be difficult. If somebody is there, then they can guide you that this is just this much, it's very simple, you can do it in 1 second itself. Then why do you want to waste around 15-10 minutes if you have that mentor and who can guide you all the way? It would be very beneficial if you are mentor from the starting itself, so that what to read, how can you finish it within time, and where and all you're missing. There will be somebody who would be noticing you that this is where I lack. He would be noticing me and he would be telling me that you have to focus on this stuff. That is how I can improve myself. That is the one thing which I can remember most of the time. So I would lag around some problem which is very awkward. I would be stuck around that for 15 to 10 minutes, and my teachers would come and he would fix it in 1 minute and he would go. And that is how it was. So being having a mentor is very good actually. It could save a lot of time and you can learn more stuff with
Yeah,
having a mentor who has more knowledge than yourself.
yeah, and also a mentor can help you understand yourself. Right?
Correct, correct,
Assess your strengths, they can assess your weakness because
correct,
they have so much knowledge. They know what are the opportunities out there, right? And
correct.
basis all this inputs, a student can take a very informed and a rational decision which will definitely help in having a very successful career, right?
Yeah, that is for sure. I mean, he would have all the experience in this world, that how this particular things works. He would have all the experience of how the education system works, how what questions will come in the next one, like how he can predict it because he has all the experience. So that is how the mentor can really make a big impact on your life. That is for sure.
Do you think personally a mentor? Did you have a mentor in the first place?
I mean, my mentors were basically my seniors and my teachers who used to come at the training period, and they would individually monitor everybody. And if I lag somewhere, I would individually go and ask them. They would help me out in that particular things. That's all. That's
And
how the mentorship was in that.
that helped you?
Yeah, yeah, a little bit. I mean, it was not a pure individual mentorship. It was like a group of people. I mean, all the students were learning, and teachers would come and look into everybody. It was not most on individuality. They would just roam around, and if we had any doubts, we could have just go and ask them, and they would have helped us. That's all. That's how it was.
Yeah. So
It was not one-to-one mentorship.
yeah, yeah. And what do you feel, and how do you feel if you had a one-to-one mentorship? That would have been
That would have been little better, I guess. Yeah. Uh, in terms of knowledge, I could have got little more knowledge. Yeah, and more good ranking, basically. Get into IITs maybe. I mean, it's a top tier in Karnataka itself. I got the best college in Karnataka, that is for sure. I mean, if I could have gotten one-to-one mentorship, and all the way to the end, and could have suggested me into all the paths to how to become IITN or NITN, that would be more beneficial. I could have guessed. I mean, I didn't have that opportunity of one-to-one mentorship, so not sure how it would be. It would be better, I guess,
I can
if I
understand.
had a one-to-one mentorship.
Yeah, because you did not have one-to-one, probably you may not be able to relate to it completely. But
Yeah,
you also feel that a mentor, one-to-one mentor, you could have done much better than. Of course, you've done very well,
yeah,
much better than what you did.
correct, correct, correct. You could have aimed for number one itself.
Yeah, yeah. When it comes to choosing a career, right? Because now everybody's going towards computer science, right? Because AI,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, there is AI, there's ML, which is in the news every day. So a student, when they see these things happening in the news every day, it is obvious that they would want a career which would give them jobs instantly after they pass out.
yeah.
And what is your final take on somebody choosing the right career for themselves?
I mean, it's at the end you can get a job, you can get everything. If you're not enjoying the job, it's not worth to do all this stuff. So what I tell people is that if you want to do whatever if you want to do, you have to enjoy before what you are doing. So before that, if you are interested in electricals, basically choose on what you like. It's not about the job at the end. You can get a job doing everything. I mean, prefer a course which you like, which you want to do more, which you are interested in. That is what I would like to suggest. It's not about just a CS or just a AIML. You can even if you do electricals, you can use AI there also. So that is how AI is. I mean, it's very versatile. You can use it anywhere. Just because AI is booming right now, not just because that itself, you don't have to pick CS or only AI. You can use AI everywhere you want. You just have to put your 100% of your efforts and basically focus on what you like. I mean, which course you want to be doing all these 4 years of your engineering time. That would be beneficial instead of going inside of money or placements. You have to enjoy the work which you have to do at the end. That is how much satisfying it is instead of getting back into the money and stuff.
Great, great. Thank you so much, Likith.